what's up guys? It's Dave Atkinson from Drumeo here, and welcome to your first of the De-Stupefying Your Weak Hand series. Now in this series, we're going to talk about some very useful exercises in order to de-stupefy or work on your weak hand. Now for most of you drummers, your weak hand is going to be your left hand. For any of you guys who play left-handed, obviously it's going to be your right. Regardless though, no matter how long you've been playing for, or no matter what skill level you are at, chances are you have a weak hand. And, like I've heard from people all the time, their weak hand is stupid. So that's what this series is going to do. It's going to help de-stupefy your left hand. Now these lessons do get progressively harder. However, even if you are a beginner, you are going to be able to go through them. Okay, so just stick with me here. One step at a time, play it very, very slow, and before you know it, your left hand will start becoming as smart as your right hand, okay? So the reason why I love these exercises so much is it not only develops a better relationship with your mind and your left hand, but it also helps train your independence, your dynamic level, and it gives you exercises that are musical, stuff that you can actually use in your playing, in your grooves, in your fills, you know, things that by the end of the series, you're going to have a whole new repertoire of things you can actually use in your playing. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Get your sticks and let's give it a shot. Okay, now the whole concept behind de-stupefying your left hand is very simple, okay? And we're going to start with eighth notes. And the whole idea is we're just going to mimic what our right hand is doing with our left hand, okay? So they're going to be doing the exact same thing. For exercise 1, it's very, very easy. Take your metronome, we'll put it at 80 just to start with, and all we're going to be doing is playing 8 notes on the hi-hat and 8 notes on the snare. Don't worry about anything else, just play 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. This is step 1 to de-stupefying your weak hand. Here we go. Okay, now that might seem very easy, and that's because it is. Don't worry about speed, don't worry about dynamics, just worry about playing those 2 notes together, okay? You can focus a little bit to see if you're flamming the notes or if you're not playing them in unison, but other than that, just worry about playing those together, okay? It's all gonna make sense on the second step. Here we go, step number 2. Now, you were just playing the notes together, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now we're gonna add some life into it by bringing dynamics into the equation. Again, we're not going to touch the bass drum, we're not going to touch the hi-hat foot pedal, just these 2 limbs, and all we're doing now is instead of playing them at the same volume, we're going to take our snare drum note and we're going to add some ghost notes and accents into that. So, what we're going to do is every 8th note we're going to play ghosted except for the 2 and the 4. People call this the backbeat, but we're going to accent the 2 and the 4 of the groove. Very simple, here we go. Now the key to this exercise is really making those ghost notes and accents stand apart. You don't want the ghost notes and the accents to sound very similar. You want the ghost notes to be as quiet as possible and the accents to be as loud as possible. If that means hitting your rim shot for the accents, that's totally fine. If that means hitting your hi-hats louder for the accent, that's even okay as well. Right now we're just trying to develop our coordination and independence with our left hand to be able to do ghost notes quiet and accents loud. The trick to this is making sure that the ghost notes right before the backbeat and right after the backbeat are quiet. That's going to be a challenge, so spend some time doing that. But again, don't worry about your feet. Just work on your left and your right hand with this exercise. Okay, now step 3, we're going to add in the feet. And we're going to make this an actual groove. Now, for you beginners, we're just going to add in a kick on the 1 and a kick on the 3. Very simple, okay? Let's try this one out. Okay, so now you've got the de-stupefying your weak hand concept down in an actual beat and groove setting. This is where it's really going to start to shine, and you're really going to start to feel your left hand get a workout. Now, the key to this last exercise is not speed. So don't go back and set your metronome to 200 beats per minute and say, hey, look, I can do this at 200. That doesn't matter, okay? What matters the most is that dynamic difference. You want this groove to be able to sit and feel really nice. And if those accents and ghost notes aren't really meshing and they're sounding very similar, it's not going to sound good. So before you speed it up, slow it down and make sure that those dynamic levels are there. Now for you intermediate drummers or you advanced drummers who want to kind of make this a little bit more challenging, I do have 2 challenges below. Basically, keep the same 8th note pattern on your hands, but just change the foot pattern up, okay? Now on the very first one, all I'm doing is adding another 8th note into my foot pattern. So instead of going 1, 2, 3, I'm going to be going 1 and 2, 3 and 4. You've heard this beat many times. Now I'm going to do it with the de-stupefying your weak hand concept. This is what it sounds like. Okay, or for you advanced drummers, maybe try adding in a 16th note, something very simple like this. Now, once you become a lot more familiar with this concept, what I would like to do is add in your own bass drum patterns or play this hand pattern over top of grooves that you already know. Whatever it is, just set your metronome up and start practicing. I'll give you an idea of what I mean. Now we're going to take this concept a step further on the next lesson, but before we do that, I really want you guys to take these exercises to the kit, make them your own, and practice them. Become very confident with them and very familiar with them. It's not about speed, it's all about making that groove. And you're going to see a ton of applications by the end of this series, and I'm even going to give you one of my band tracks that I'm in. It's a yucca song that has no drums. That's going to give you an opportunity to practice this concept in a real musical setting with real music. So it's going to be really cool. I'll see you guys all in a couple days for the next lesson.